What is going on, guys? We are here with another Overprime video. How is everyone doing? And today we are going over some of the things that Ranger has said in the Discord. We have a confirmed release date for a patch that is going to be on the 16th as well as the 28th. The 16th patch is going to be some hero balancing stuff, no optimization changes that we know of. They have not given us the full breakdown of everything yet, so there could be more involved. But as far as I'm aware, the 16th patch isn't going to be anything super extreme, just hero balancing. And then the 28th is going to be when Maco comes out. So he's not coming out in 2 days, or tomorrow, I guess. He's coming out on the 28th. So he is going to be in 2 weeks. He is not going to be like within these 2 weeks. So just get that out there so you guys know, you're aware. Maco is not coming out yet. He's coming out on the 28th. Now, Ranger has finally spoken, so we are going to go over some of the things that he said, some of the comments, hopefully, that I can find for him. Basically what he said about the game, what he's thinking about the game. He said a lot of things that, oh my god, man, Rangers, I don't know, I feel like he's typing when he's high right now. I don't want to, like, slander him or anything. It's just kind of funny. I feel like it's just a lot of stuff he was saying that was so weird, and I'm going to go over some of that stuff. It's hilarious, actually, but unfortunately, none of the things that I want to be addressed seem to be getting addressed in these next 2 updates. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this stuff is going to take a while, but I don't know where the devs are, where their headspace is, what they're working on, what patch they're working on. But at the same time, like I said, we need to worry about the now. They're adding these weird things. And I'm like hero balancing, like who cares right now? Let's just worry about like optimization, please. That's like the only thing that matters, but whatever. Anyways, let's go over the dev diary. If you guys do enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe. You guys are still killing it with the support. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm going to keep covering the game regardless of the situation we're in. Like I said, I love the game. I'm going to keep going pretty hard with it. I want to make a bunch of guides. I'm just a little fatigued, I guess, from the lack of I don't know, the lack of basically, I guess, communication, as well as just the lack of updates for what the problem for the game is. We still have not gotten any optimization fixes, no retention systems for new players, no tutorials. We're still waiting on all that stuff. So I'm really hoping those things are coming soon so I could like properly start making a lot of stuff, because I don't know, these guides are just super lost in my opinion right now. Anyways, going into the dev diary. Ranger made this huge post. Hello, this is Ranger. We have been collecting your valuable opinions, suggestions, and we'd like to improve responses in the developer diary. First, we have received a lot of feedback regarding hero balances: Revenant, Kalari, Muriel, and Decker. Okay, first off, I don't know who's talking about Muriel in this patch. I'm very curious because it's like, I read this already, but I'm like, who's talking about her? Like, is she, like, I love her. I think she's broken, but I'm just like, has anyone mentioned her before? Like, anyways. Revenant was designed as a growth type hero. And that's every carry. Most of the time. I guess Murdoch is not, but with powerful damage. However, with high attack speed and quick Q reload, Revenant showed a very strong performance even in the early stage of the game compared to other heroes. I mean, yeah, except Sparrow. I think Sparrow was already contesting, can't be touched. Therefore, he will lower his attack speed and remove the Q skill reload, but we found that his overall performance decreased significantly. To further enhance Revenant's concept, we have decided to provide an upward patch to the March 16th update. We provide more details through the March update notes. I don't know what this means. He's getting buffed, probably. It said probably his late game, because it said an upward, what did they say? An upward patch. So I'm assuming he's getting buffed. Again, communication issues a little bit, but cool, I guess. I feel like I like Revenant. I think he's good. I think he's fine. I know everyone who saw my stream yesterday probably like, no, he's not, because I fucking fed, but dude, he's fine. He feels good. I know he doesn't feel as good as he did, but that doesn't mean he's useless. He can still fight. Sure, his early game is probably worse than every other carry right now, which is fine, but his late game is still strong. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, Kalari. Kalari showed an overwhelmingly higher KDA and a winning rate compared to other heroes. Before the balance patch, we are still monitoring the changes after the balance adjustments. We will consider further balance readjustments in the near future. This is what I'm talking about, but they're not looking at like actual statistics or like proper statistics. They're looking at just win rate and stuff and like just play rate. The problem with that is that you're just going off of, most of the community is probably just new players for the most part, right? Or average players, casual players. And I get it. It's like, that's what you want to target with a lot of these stuff for them, kind of. but she is not broken at any high competitive level in any capacity. There's been good Kalaris. Look at Jaxie. The guy's cracked, but that's not the point. Point is, Kalari's kit is, if you compare it to everyone else's, is considerably underwhelming in almost every aspect because her mechanic that lets her keep up. If you go in the training mode and test her damage and apply everything she can do to every situation that you could possibly think of, she underperforms in comparison to almost every other character in the game that is supposed to do what she's doing. I mean, I guess she excels at getting close to the target, but Countess and Shinbi and Xena are all better than Kalari at doing and killing anyone they can attack. So out of the true assassins in the game, there's Xena, Countess, and Shinbi. They're all better than Kalari significantly, and all do more damage than Kalari does considerably in every aspect, and easier and less risky. Like, it's crazy, but like Kalari can't. She has to put herself in danger. She gets countered super hard. Everyone can counter her because her whole mechanic of doing high damage relies on invisibility. She needs a fundamental change in how the invisibility works. Her damage application, because it shouldn't just be I have to get behind somebody and hit them with an auto. It should just be extra damage if you come out of invisibility. It shouldn't matter what ability you use. If you hit an ability or any sort of attack, it should instantly apply a percentage of your physical power to that target. Because otherwise it just, like, I get it, it's supposed to be a high skill character, but it's impossible to hit that back attack. Sure, when you hit it, you're gonna delete whoever you're fighting, but you're never gonna hit it. Ever, unless someone's not paying attention or you're fighting against new players, which is probably why they're saying her KDA is really high. You're probably fighting against newer players. Like, it's just, we need to look at stats. We need feedback from the community and look at stats. Just because they're looking at play rate and KDA, it doesn't indicate. I can have a KDA of 80 and 0 as or 8% as Revenant or something. It doesn't mean he's good, or not Revenant. Sorry, Wraith. It doesn't mean he's good. I don't get this, and I really wish they would give us more statistics involving this. But even then, it's like, for what, the 2,000 players the 1,000 players that were on, like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Anyways, he said in the Discord in one of the comments that he thought Kalari was strong, and I thought it was funny. I was like, dude, Ranger, what are you talking about? He said that specifically. He's like, I think Kalari is strong. Like, no, you look at the stats and you think she's strong. She's not. I'll play her today. F it. I'll try to crack her out, but she's so underwhelming. There have been ongoing issues regarding Muriel's R skill, Faithful Vow, that it should follow allies. However, if Muriel follows allies, there is a high possibility that she may behave abnormally when allies use the gate. That shouldn't matter at all. You should find, like, what? Therefore, the landing position will be determined when Muriel reaches the highest point in the sky to accurately arrive at the allies. That doesn't, I mean, like, does she come down fast? Does anyone know if she comes down? I don't know how her flight works. If her point of landing is still is delayed. That's a horrible reason, by the way, to not have them track the allies, because the gate, either get rid of the gate or put some mechanic in place that puts her on the other side of the gate or on the opposite side. Like, the gate only lasts a second. What if she ults Xena, and when she ults Xena, it should act the exact same way? That's such a weird reason. So, but they're basically, it sounds like they're saying when she hits the highest point in the sky and then she starts coming down, she'll land wherever the person was to more accurately determine that, but she should always land where they are at the end of the point. I get it. If she lands as they're going in the gate, she should land where they were. They should delay it and make it land where they were, not where they're going to be, because they just used a gate to move. And just make it so when she's about to land, that then you decide where they're going to go. That should be what it is. It doesn't have to be exactly, but it could be really close. This is a better change. I'm pretty sure it's going to fix a lot of the issues we have now with her just landing super far away from her carrier or whatever, but I don't know, it's weird. Therefore, landing position will determine Muriel, which is the highest point on the other sky. On the other hand, there have been many opinions that the Decker buffs are too high and the Decker needs to be nerfed. We are currently monitoring Decker statistics and plan to balance the game by uploading other weaker heroes instead of nerfing Decker. So you know what's crazy? I actually agree with this point. I think it's really stupid how everyone wrote off Decker before it's like people see someone gets buffed and it's like a mentality. Everyone assumes it's super OP. Now, I'm not saying Decker isn't super OP, especially because of her buffs. The buffs really helped her. But I hope you guys realize, I don't even think I'm pretty sure her damage wasn't even buffed. Quote me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure her E, maybe it might, I know the mana was changed. I don't think there might have been damage changed. But it's crazy to me that people really just automatically are like, oh, Decker got buffed, she's just absolutely broken. And it's like, guys, you realize that this was happening before. Like, I was getting top damage as Decker before her change. Now, I'm saying her support utility immensely buffed. That slow, the repositioning tool, amazing. The ult cooldown, all of it's great. Don't get me wrong. The movement speed you get, like just moving with the jump, it all in the stun consistency, it just feels so good. But that's for the support. None of her damage stuff really was buffed, to my knowledge. And the reason why people are saying she's broken is because they're saying she's an auto attacker, like an ADC. Well, guess what? She's always been like that. That hasn't changed. So when they say Decker feels too strong, it's only because of her support abilities. It has nothing to do with that her damage is high. Her damage has always been high. That's always been how she was. And it's crazy that people are like, man, her buffs made her so broken. Like, no, she was already broken. She already did so much for her team. She's way better now than she was, but she was already a top tier support. She already had her stun. She already had her cage. Her jump wasn't as good, but it was still a repositioning tool, and it went higher. Like, and her slow was pretty shit, but it was still, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible at like the max level. It's way better now. That's like that was her worst ability. Now it's one of her best. All of them are really good. It's just crazy to me. It's like people are like, we need to nerf Decker. Like, no, that's a terrible idea. So you don't want to play her? Like, because you guys are just trying to make her an ADC. By the way, ADC Decker, I promise you, does not exist in high rank. I mean, you could play. The problem with the game is that there's no proper ADC scaling either. You can play any character as an ADC and prosper. Like, there are better ADCs though, by far. Like Twin Blast, Revenant, Murdoch, and Sparrow are way better ADCs than any other character except for like Zena and Sereth, if you want to count melee. Any other character in the game for a range. Decker's a good one, but she'll still get pretty much out-traded and outplayed by any other character. And for a team-wide comp, ignoring the 1v1, even if you could argue that she'll win the 1v1 against like a Murdoch or even like a Revenant, even if you argue that, it doesn't change the fact that for a team fight, Decker is going to be less useful in picking off targets, doing that, spreading her carry damage, because she has one physical attack, which is her basic, and it doesn't scale in any capacity, and she has no stem and no burst damage with physical moves. Murdoch, even though he has no stem, he has his rocket volley, which sucks late game, but it's better than Decker's. And then he has his ult, which does true damage, and it's really good. Like, it's crazy to me that people are like, we need to nerf Decker. Like, no, her damage isn't like, you guys are complaining about ADC Decker. You're not complaining about support Decker. She's always been that good. Now, support Decker is way better than she was, don't get me wrong, but she was still broken. She was still a problem, a massive problem. Like, it's so crazy to me that people are like, they're just saying nerf Decker. Like, what happened to Narbash, guys? Why don't we focus on nerfing Narbash more? He was so unbelievably broken. Let's focus on nerfing him instead. Like, why are we focusing on Decker? So I agree with this change. I think by uplifting current weaker heroes, Narbash, and even just if you want Steel to be a supporter or soul laner, I feel like you need to clearly define what you want him to be, because I feel like right now he's just too much of both. He's just a top tier, absolute, almost broken soul laner, and then he's just he's a decent support, but he's not good enough. Like, but he can be played there. It's like, I feel like you need to define his role a little bit better. Like, having him as a pseudo support is fine, I guess, like a melee support. But I feel like the support items aren't for the tanks aren't compensating enough. Like, they don't do enough for you, so you're forced to go into like a support, and because you're super behind, because the way the gold distribution is fucking awful. Fix it, please. That's what I want to see in a patch, by the way. That's like the main thing I want to see from this game is optimization and gold distribution. Like, Jesus Christ, we need to fix those things immediately. They're so bad. Anyways, I know I'm ranting too long about this dev diary. There's a lot of other stuff to, not a lot, but there's a couple other stuff to go over. But this Decker thing, I agree with this. I 100% think that making the other like supports stronger, which, by the way, I like all the supports, by the way, I think are S tier. I think Muriel is fucking broken. I think she's disgusting. I think she is worse than Decker in every aspect, because she's just such a denial character, and she's a good Muriel is so, like, if your team is the game is so easy to snowball on early, and just in the game in general, she is such a problem with her insane rotation and her denial, that even if there's a Decker on the enemy team, most of the time a Muriel will enable you so much to the point where you don't even care about the Decker. But I'm not saying Decker doesn't have her advantages over Muriel. That's not true, but Muriel she's the best support in the game, I think, by far. The only other person who comes close is FaZe, who's not a support. I know, it's like, oh, but FaZe, I think she's broken. I think she's S tier. I think she's broken. She's just a fucking monster. You can build her full damage, support, whatever you want. She's always going to be useful for your team. She has a repositioning tool. She can absolutely destroy in lane. She can reposition people extremely easily. She's great. Like, the supports, all of them are in such a good position. I know people don't like playing support, but if you play FaZe, Decker, or Muriel, I promise you're going to have a good time. If your team isn't throwing, of course, if your team is good, like, they are really good. as a support. And like, stop building Decker ADC, guys. Play Decker support and support someone who you care about, like, or like, focus on the person who's doing good on your team. And I promise you, you will have a good time. You will guarantee, any three of those characters will either guarantee kills, or Muriel will at least deny that person from getting killed and allow them to get more kills. Like, they overperform, in my opinion. They are so good. Maybe they all need nerfs. I think FaZe definitely does. But I think Muriel and Decker feel super good as a support. I think FaZe feels really good as a support. I feel like all three of those characters do way too good in that role, which is fine. But I think uplifting other heroes, which they mean other supports, like Narbash and Steel support is not the best because the itemization is just bad for him for support. It's only good in solo because you don't get any gold. Same with Narbash. He's a tank that gets no mitigations. His ult sucks. There's things you have to do. His healing is nerfed now. Like, his thunk is worse than every other support, stun tool in the game. FaZe, Decker, Muriel. So we need to like fix those. There's only two other supports. Richter's not here yet, and he's also going to have suffer from the physical syndrome. So it's like the melee syndrome. So we really just need to fix like these supports before. Like, I agree, 100% agree with this change. Anyway, let's keep going. Regarding conveniences, we are fully aware that we have received many complaints about the trailer video and honor system pop-ups, which appear when logging in. We have acknowledged these features can cause inconveniences to our fellow warriors and considering adding a do not show again button. Don't they have them? Oh, I see. Oh, never mind. I think they're talking about the Revenant video. Thank you. Never show that ever again. And honor system pop-ups. I don't remember. I don't know what they're talking about with the honor system pop-up. Maybe when you log in. I swear there's a do not show button for the honor system thing, but the trailer, yeah, you can't skip that. There have also been a lot of suggestions that 50-minute surrender time is a bit long. We agree that surrender time should be shortened to the match. The fast-paced nature of the game, we are considering reducing it to 10 minutes. Please, dear God. Oh my God, please put it to 10 minutes. Don't consider it. Confirm it, please. Oh my God. This is a change I have been waiting for, man. I have been absolutely dying to get this in. Like, holy shit. I've said multiple times, the surrender at 15 minutes is way too long. 10 minutes, like, should be the standard across all MOBAs. Like, I know it's like never surrender, but like, no, dude, please just get me out of the game earlier when I want to go. Like, we should have the option to leave at 10 minutes, especially when there's like a disconnect and in the early surrender thing didn't work, which that should be fixed as well in general. We should be able to surrender earlier if there's a disconnect after 3 minutes. But Jesus Christ, man, please. I really hope this change goes through like next patch, which is probably going to be the 28th, if anything. Lastly, we would like to address competitive mode. We are continuously working on various aspects related to competitive mode, such as raising entry requirements, resetting the mode, and improving matchmaking. We will soon provide a detailed update on these matters through a separate notice. We will carefully review the opinions of our beloved warriors who continue to support Paragon the Overprime. To provide a more exciting, engaging game, we'll do our best to ensure that you can enjoy the game to the fullest. Thank you. Fix your optimization before you say that, please. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bitter. But anyways, so that's it for the giant notice they gave for the developer diary thing. If you guys want to read this yourself, or if you're interested in seeing this as it comes out instead of just in the video format, it's always in the Discord. So join the Paragon Discord, Paragon the Overprime Discord. It's always here. You can go check it out. A lot of good things. I feel like, I mean, interesting things, I guess. There's just gonna be some hero balancing stuff. I don't know what they're gonna change. It looks like they're gonna change Revenant and Decker. No, sorry, no, they're going to change Revenant. I think that's it. That's the only thing confirmed. I don't know what else. They said they're hero balancing. I have no idea what else this patch is bringing aside from hero changes. Like, it says and matchmaking system, which is scary because, like I said, it's not, even if they fix matchmaking, there's a player base issue. It's not just the matchmaking. Like, just because you fix matchmaking doesn't mean we're probably never gonna find any games again. We're gonna go back to that weird state that we were in a while ago, where we had more players, but we couldn't find games, probably because the matchmaking was working. I don't know. So it's like the matchmaking system, it's like, yeah, you fix it, but then we don't find games ever. So I'm curious and like how this is going to play out. It doesn't sound good, honestly. I'm not excited for this at all. We need to focus on improving the player base and matchmaking at the same time, not just the matchmaking. But yeah, anyways, this notice. On the 16th, we plan to patch the matchmaking system and hero balance. Also on the 28th, we plan to release the new hero Maco and initialize the competition server. More details will be delivered soon through a notice. So we know Maco's coming on the 28th, and also the rank reset's coming, and then we have the matchmaking system and hero balance coming, which again, 16th is in 2 days. It seems like a pretty light update. I'm curious if we're going to get any skins with the update. It looks like they're sticking to the 2 patches a month thing, but Maco is coming at the end of the month. So, and then next month we get my boy Greystone and that loser Drongo. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this dev diary thing going on here. There is a couple other things I'm gonna go over real quick. Work in progress. They showed this AI thing for Grim. I know everyone's looking at this skin. This is a skin they showed a while ago for I believe Gideon. This AI thing, they said with the notice, sooner or later you may even meet a AI created hero. AI is our friend now, and they show a bunch. I don't know if you guys can see this clearly, but there's a bunch of AI generated Grim inspired things here. This is why I said Ranger sounds a little high, because he literally is just going crazy in the Discord now talking about AI stuff. And I thought it was interesting. I don't want to show like the actual Paragon chat because Jesus Christ, but I just thought it was funny that they're just like AI focused. It's like, you know, it's just kind of weird. It's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm not really into AI or anything, but it's kind of cool. Like, people weren't upset about the AI possibility. As you can see, there's so many thumbs up for this, which is crazy. But I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. It means like you can kind of generate a character that's like themed well based on the, like, you can do community generated AI things basically by like having the programs, and then the most voted on one I could see just being like put in the game. That'd be super cool. Like, I think that's an awesome prospect, and then the abilities to be generated too. That sounds really cool, but not something we need to focus on right now. But that's a cool thing, you know. Anyways, I know you're like, what is this? So this is a thing that Ranger did. He said he typed in the whatever for the AI thing. I don't know how this stuff works, but he's like, he did something with the AI program and for a Countess skin. And I guess this is what came out. Now, I don't know about you, but if this was a Countess skin, please, dear God, you can see she's holding a knife too. I hope they make this a skin. People were not a fan of this. In Overprime, though, I would love to see this skin. Please, give this to Countess. I would buy this in a heartbeat. This would be something I would definitely want on Countess. She looks great. She looks amazing. I know it looks a little weird because it's like AI, but I think it looks amazing. It looks really, really good. So yeah, please give me the Countess skin. I'm excited. I think it's just so weird that Ranger's so AI hungry right now. I think it's just really funny. He said some other stuff in the Discord. Like I said, he said thought Kalari was strong. He said he loves Rev, and there's probably some other comments I missed. I was just kind of scrolling through. I didn't see everything, but I'm glad Ranger's talking now. It's been like 2 weeks, so I'm glad he's communicating a little bit. I wish that there were more devs, or not even devs, community team that we had to like talk about this stuff. But it's like, I get like Bumblebee, like where you at? It sucks that we have no representative for the NA community, really. So I don't even think the KR even has one, but it kind of sucks. But you know, I don't know, we need more of a global team to like talk about the game and changes and stuff, you know. That's what I want to see. Hey, put me on the team. Yep. Skin looks great. Please add it in. There's another skin, Muriel and Gideon. This Gideon skin's in the game, isn't it? This is like the Egyptian, like the raw one, except it's red and in gold. Like, it's the same exact one. It's so weird. Like, this is the exact same skin that's in that in the game. It's like, it's free color. This Muriel skin though looks amazing. So I think they said they confirmed this is coming on the 16th. I don't remember if the post said that on Twitter. This is exactly where I saw it. But this Muriel skin looks great. This might be, I want to buy the other one, honestly, but this one looks even better to me. I like it. She looks like a fucking warrior. I hope there's more skins coming, not just these two, but it looks good. I like it. There might be more skins in the Maco patch, who knows, but I'm excited for this. I don't know what else is going to be coming in the patch. I mean, they said hero balancing, and then they said matchmaking changes. I really hope item changes, like something, man, something juicy. Like, these patches are sometimes just so stale. Like, if you don't like Maco, I feel like we're not going to get anything from the Maco patch. So I feel like this patch should be item balance, you know? But they didn't mention anything about that. It's like, guys, like, the items need changes, and we need more. A lot of the items are useless and just worthless, and the same like, carries build the exact same thing. Tanks can build a lot of different things, but I think some of them still need changes. I think they still need nerfs universally. It's just so weird. But anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Not much, like I said, to like really bite on. There was just a lot of loose information. We'll go over the patch notes tomorrow. They should be out, I believe, within 24 hours, usually. So, because the patch is going to, it's going to be live, most likely, I think at 12 a.m. most likely it's going to be live, to my knowledge. I think that's usually when it goes live, but it might be 3 a.m. I'm not entirely sure. So we'll probably be playing a little bit, not too much, but maybe we will. I don't know. On the 16th, the night of the 15th. So it's going to be 12 a.m. ish on the 16th, usually when the patch happens, and the Maco patch will be on a Tuesday. So it looks like we're getting Thursday patches early, Tuesday patches late. That's what the format seems to be shaping up to be, since we're getting 2 patches a month now, if that maintains, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.